Hey, going folk, welcome back. Got our 4 boxes again this week. Hoping for a little bit better than the first week at 4. If you didn't watch that, you didn't miss much. We had 2 full boxes of 2024s, or darn near full anyways, 2024s. So as long as we avoid that this week, I'll be at least somewhat happy. Looks like all circulated there. I don't see one newer ender, so that is pleasant after last week. Now all we need is see like an ender. It's been forever, it seems like. Definitely have some newer enders in this one, but nowhere close to a full box of new enders. So again, an improvement. Move on to the back row here. Wasn't sure I'd cut that all the way through. Similar to the second box, couple newer enders, but not a ton. So we'll take that. As long as we got hunts, I stay entertained. I mean, don't get me wrong, love to find some silver. It's been a little bit, but as long as we got a hunt, I am a happy man, and it looks like I'm going to be a happy man this week because we got hunts in all 4 boxes, and I don't see any new enders in that one either. It doesn't look like new-ish, a 96 I think you see right here, but that's it. So let's jump in, see what the insides hold for us. So I'll pick a box and we'll get going. So let's do it. On roll 3 here, box 1, got 83 Philly under the scope. You see all the real heavy polish lines around the motto there, down some by the date as well. Looks like it was cleaned up from a clash. You can see little tiny remnants of the clash like around the nose, under the nose, and on the bridge of the nose there. But then it actually shows up a little on the back here. You can see a little bit up here in the stars and rays. If you get it just right, a little clash line pops up kind of right in this area. It's pretty light on that area. And then it shows up real good down here. And it also has, kind of cool, some sort of little squiggly strike through down here by the stars. Not sure exactly what it was, but maybe a little wire brush, like a little piece fell off or something like that. Not real sure, but a little bit of something. Looked through all the boxes, didn't see any enders. Didn't weigh any of the rolls though. Just kind of running into it this week and see what we get. So hopefully there's some silver in there, but we didn't see any on the end. So if it is, we're going to have to hunt them to find it. So let's keep on moving. On roll 8 here, box 1, we got 88 Philly under the scope. And if you watch the rim down here, you see she's real thick. And then we thin out and we go completely off. Right to the edge of the lettering. Just on the obverse though, so we got a misaligned die. It's pretty straightforward and struck as it should be on the back. But we'll take it. A little off center would have been better, but we'll take a little misaligned die. Pretty sweet. It's in pretty good shape too. So gladly take that and keep on moving through the box. See what else we can get. Roll 13 box 1 here. Got the tiniest whole coin of it. Well, I guess the coin's the same size. Tiny hole on this hold bicentennial. And they got it right on the edge too. Some pretty precise work. Looks like I'm just about busted through. I don't think it was repaired though. I think they got through successfully, it looks like, but a little bit of fines, so I figured we share. And now we keep on moving. On roll 31, box 1, 83 Philly, and I'm sure you can already see it. Got a crazy strong clash on it. You see it all up under the bottom of the bust there. It's not super, super strong under the neck, but it's real strong in front of his mouth. You see the outline of the feathers there. Up on the bridge of his nose, right by his eyeball. Nothing really out in the field too much, but... And then it's a little lighter behind his neck, but you can see the little squiggly line kind of back here, right behind the crook of the neck there. Unfortunately, coin's fairly beat a little bit on the front, and there's the back of the coin's in a little better shape, but there's no evidence of the clash at all on the back. Maybe a little bit up in the stars and rays, but nothing crazy strong like the front. I guess you got a little light line right there, but we'll take it. Nice strong clash. Just wish it was in a little better shape. But she's fine, so we'll take it and keep on moving. Well, out of the very last roll of box 1 here, we got a 24 Philly, DDR number 2. We've looked at this one before, but it's the first one we found this week, so I figured we'd take a look. Got a little doubling up under the ribbon there, and then all on the stars behind the head. Unfortunately, that bottom star is a little beat, so it doesn't show up quite as well there, but there is some doubling on it, a little bit on the underside of the eagle's beak there as well. And the only other thing of even moderate interest we pulled out of the box was the 73 Denver. It's not so great on the obverse, but the reverse got kind of some cool colors throughout of it. It's definitely artificial, but just cool looking. But that's it out of the first box. So we're going to move on to the second and see what she's got for us. So let's go find out. Well, we've motored along to row 8 of box 2. And we got our first NIFC of the hunt, 2008 Philly. It's a little surprising to have to wait this long, but we figured we'd share the first one. And for now, we'll just keep stacking them up, find some more. And we're going to jump back in and see what else we get. So let's go find out. Back on the second to last roll of box 2 here. Been moving pretty quick through there. Hasn't been a whole lot of finds, but here we did find the 23 Philly DDO number 1. You see the pretty good doubling, mainly on the S, but you can also see it pretty well on the other letters here in Trust. A little on the date as well, mint mark, and then over on this side shows up probably best on the I and the N. And then I always look for this little tiny bit on the back side of the B to kind of, that's what my confirmation point anyways, is what I usually use, because there's a couple that are somewhat similar, but just to make sure I'm looking at the right thing. But unless we find something in that last row, we'll just move on to box 2. The only other things we found along the way, we had a total of 7 more NIFCs. So if there's nothing crazy in that last row, then I will see you over on box number 3 and see what we get. On row 18 of box 3 here, we got our first find outside of a handful of NIFCs. Got a 1974 Philly. A little counter stamp right there on the shield. I don't know that I've ever found a J before. I'm trying to think of the letter that I keep finding over and over again, but now I'm drawing a blank on it. Oh, C4, that's the one I kept finding. But we'll take it. A little bit of a find, so keep on moving through the box. And if nothing else is exciting, I'll just recap the NIFCs at the end. But for now, we're going to keep on moving. On roll 20 here, box 3, got a 24 Philly DDR number 1. The doubling on the wing, inside part of the little curl of the wing there. A little bit on the ribbon and snake in the mouth, and then just a touch on the tip of the beak there. But we've been finding a few of these. This first one we've come across so far in this hunt, though, we haven't had too many 24s. There's been a lot of 22s in all 3 of these boxes so far, so kind of feeling like they got all packed up right together. So I'm not holding out a whole lot of hope for silver, but we'll keep on moving and see if we run into any. So let's go. Well, we finished up box 3 here, and more of the same, unfortunately. As far as finds, anyways, we got a handful of NIFCs we pulled out, and another one of these artificially toned, but kind of cool looking still. So it definitely leads me to believe these were all kind of turned in and packed up together. So who knows? Maybe we get lucky. This last box might have been from a different batch. So let's jump into it and find out for sure one way or the other. Well, we concluded our 4-box hunt here. Out of the very last roll of the hunt, we had this 72 that just stuck out when I was doing just a little sound check on the roll. Turns out to be a light planchet, almost a full gram light. So just stuck out with a different ring to it. So find those from time to time. Can't remember what years we found them on. I know, well, 72. I want to say 74 and 79 seem to be ones I find. I don't know, but we'll add that to our little oddball finds. We had a total of 5 more NIFCs we pulled out, giving us a total of 18 for the hunt. We had a one tiny little whole coin, 1 counter stamp, our 2 made-at-home toners that for whatever reason somebody made. So they're kind of cool looking at least. We had our lightweight planchet that we just looked at. Let's see, what do we have here? We had an 83 Philly with a pretty nice die clash, at least on the overs. Like the part that's right in front of his mouth is real strong clash. The rest of it isn't as great, but we had our 83 Philly with a little bit of a reverse die clash and a little bit of a strike through as well, down underneath the right set of arrows there. We had our 88 with a little misaligned die on the overs. 23 Philly, DDO number 1, and 24 Phillies, DDR number 1 and DDR number 2. Just one of each this time. We've been finding them kind of in handfuls at times, but just one of each. And no silver again. But we're going to keep on trying, and eventually we're going to run into it. I know the boxes are out there. I keep seeing people get some decent boxes here recently. So we'll just got to be patient, wait our turn, and hopefully one of these days, maybe next week, who knows. But until then, folks, good luck on whatever you got going on out there, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.